Hello, so welcome to episode 80 of Teh Tarik with Walid. Today we are going to do it at the Gaza Monologues together with Lepak Conversations. I will be going around interviewing Singaporeans from all walks of life why Palestine matters to them. So let's go. Hi everyone, I am here with Kim. And Kim, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm Kim. So I actually live in New York, but then I am Singaporean, and I came back to visit family. So I'm a book editor, and I saw about this online. I was like, since I'm home in Singapore, I would love to get plugged in and see what's happening on the ground.
Right. So why are you here? As in, what does Palestine mean to you?
I feel like it's something that the mainstream media has certain narratives about Palestine, and I'm always very curious whether there's something more. What other things are not talked about, that the media covers, and so I'm very interested to hear what other perspectives are out there.
What is the perspective you get from mainstream media?
The perspective from mainstream media, I feel like it's very, and also it's very much dominated by US media as well. There is a narrative that promotes a certain viewpoint that perhaps does not give a lot of voice to the Palestinian cause. And because that feels very one-sided to me, I want to hear more about what is happening on the other side. And as onlookers, and when we look at what's happening, go to Instagram, you look at videos, you can tell that the layperson knows what's happening. There's a massacre that's happening. There's a genocide, and when you see that those words are not used in the mainstream media, it makes you think, why is that the case? And so there's also a lot of questions coming from people like us, regular people, who really want to know more and want to know why there's people.
Right. So you came here looking for answers to those questions.
Looking for answers, yes. Being in, engaging with the scene, and looking for, and I'm not here thinking, I will get an answer, but I do want to see what all the different dialogues are, and I'm not sure if that will change my perspective, because I do have a perspective, but
which is
my perspective is that I think people need to call what is happening for what it is. And I feel that at least in Singapore, there's a lot of tiptoeing around the issue. People are afraid to use the word genocide. People are so focused on Hamas this, Hamas that. It does feel like that we are not getting the Palestinian side.
Isn't it worse in the States? There is there's a joke that goes around, right? In America, you can criticize God, you can criticize the President of America, but you can't criticize the Prime Minister of Israel.
That is hilarious. That is, and right, it's why is that the case? Why is the Prime Minister of Israel, or Israel in general, so protected in America? And that actually is also a question I have. And I think many people have in America as well as around the world. What is this tie? We are all looking for answers to that question. But I think in America, the groundswell of activism is very healthy. And I would, in Singapore, obviously, it's hard to do that. But I would, I love seeing things like this in Singapore, and as much as we can do within our power, I want to see more. So I do think the US, in terms of activists and what people are doing on the ground, it is very healthy, but it is also dangerous to that. People who are protesting in the US are also getting fired.
Yeah.
Their livelihoods are at danger. So it's really also quite similar to I guess other parts of the world.
Right. But don't worry, no one here will be fired from their jobs. Yeah. So thank you so much. I appreciate your allyship, and thank you for calling it what it is. Yeah, really appreciate it. Okay. Thank you so much. All right, everyone. So I am here with
Garrett.
Garrett, why are you here? And I understand that Palestine also has a special resonance with you, right?
Yes, I'm here to support the movement. I'm here to also, I guess, be a representative. Palestine means a lot to me. I mean, it started meaning a lot to me because I recently learned about the plight of the Palestinians, and as a Buddhist, I'm Buddhist myself. So as a Buddhist, it strikes it strikes something in me, and I want to speak out against the injustice. I want to stand for something, and I think what we're doing as a youth of Singapore is right and it's just.
Okay, so that's you have an Instagram page?
Yeah, so I'm actually running Youth for Peace, youthforpeace.sg. So I think some of you guys might have seen it already.
Alright, if you haven't, please follow, follow, share anything from the page. So you said you just got interested in Palestine, or just in October-ish, or?
Yeah, when the news started reporting about what's happening, that's when I started to learn more about Palestine.
Right, okay. So one of the criticisms I've heard of people, of naysayers, whatever it is, and they say that, this is a fad, this is a trend for younger people, they'll move on to the next cause in due time. How would you, as a youth who's interested in this, respond to that sort of criticism?
I don't think this is a trend. I think people are seeing a shift in how the youth think about world events, and I strongly believe that this movement isn't going to come and go. It's going to persist, and it's going to persist for a very long time until the world sees something done right for the Palestinians.
Okay.
Yeah.
So while I think it is extremely gratifying to see youths like you coming here, but in all honesty, there are more youths at Taylor Swift's concerts, right? Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I don't want to get on the wrong side of the Swifties, right? But so how would you respond to that? Like, you are still a minority, people like you who are interested in world politics. Most youths are not. It's just that you guys happen to be louder on social media.
To be honest, I think we have a lot of work to do. I think the culture and the environment of Singapore has created a sense of apathy. I think a lot of youth are not aware of what's going on. It's either that, or they don't. They can't find the energy to care about something that's going on overseas. And I think with youth like us standing up and speaking out, it's going to take time. But I believe more and more youth will start to learn more about world events, and they'll start to open their eyes to how these world events actually affect us personally, and why they should care about it. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. I think having youths like you do give me hope. So sometimes when I go to class, I lose some of that hope when I talk to my students, but I hope there's more of you than the people who are less interested in all of us. Thank you so much for your allyship. Thank you. Hello, so I am here with
Nicole.
Okay, Nicole, so why were you here?
Actually, I was just quite curious about this event. I think I was also interested in the fact that there was the use of monologues, and I think that I just wanted to see public discourse happen and see what could unfold as a result of that, but also see how, I always thought that personally, as a theatre person, also I believed in the power of monologues in moving people, and I think it definitely did that today. So that was honestly
okay. So it's interesting because you mentioned emotions, right? So, but one of the things we always hear, right? Don't be too emotional about this issue. This issue is a complex one. Why are you so emotional? Let's be rational. Like, okay, emotions, calm down, go in the corner, but then let's rationalize, let's think. How would you respond to that?
Well, I guess it depends on what the intention of the event is. There are definitely things and people and places where it would be more helpful if emotions were less in the equation, perhaps. But I feel that there is a need for spaces where emotions are a big part of the equation, and you can't remove that from what is happening right now. It is an emotional thing, and to be moved and to stand in solidarity is to be emotional and to act on that. And that's very important, yeah. And you can't remove the emotion from it. How?
100%, you can't and you shouldn't. Like, if you're not emotional about a potential genocide, what should you be emotional about? I don't understand. And these are the same people who cry about their football club losing, right? And then they tell us, which I do also, but nothing wrong with that. But this is something you should be far more emotional about. How can you not be emotional when children are dying, right? So when did you get interested in the Palestinian question?
I am a new ally. It was recent. It was as I see it unfolding on social media, as I see it unfolding on the news, as people started talking about it. So it's no. Yeah, I mean that's the truth.
Okay,
Yeah.
so is it because of your Malay friends posting or?
Of course, I mean that definitely adds access, right? And access is important. How can we access this information? And I'm so grateful for my especially Malay Muslim friends who made it a point and were so convicted to do so. So I can't say that I can't say no. Obviously, the numbers are there. And I'm grateful for that. But I'm also happy that I increasingly see my non-Muslim friends and the ones I've had conversations with both, and they have all added value.
100%. And I mean, even the audience just now, you saw that, I don't know, but maybe half were not Malay and Muslim. Of course, this issue has special resonance with the Muslims, but it's very heartening, especially younger people, right?
Yeah.
That are interested in it.
Kids. There were kids.
Kids. Oh yeah, one of them was mine. Yeah.
Nice. Right.
So okay, final word. What would you say to Singaporeans who are apathetic about this, or Singaporeans who say, okay, why are you so interested? This is happening so far. There's nothing we can do.
I would say, be curious. Talk to people. I think there are a lot of things to ponder on after today. I'm especially reflecting about legal truths versus moral truths versus what we feel and what we see. And I think as someone who's also involved in education, I know a lot of students and a lot of younger people, they just get stuck. They think that this is the right thing. It doesn't happen. It's not going to happen. You're looking at, higher powers and they're like, no, that can't happen. And they just, okay, so what do I do about it, right? And then how? So, don't just get stuck there. Ponder, approach with curiosity, be frustrated, lean into that for a while, and then carry on. Yeah.
And think what you do with that frustration.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being an ally.
Thank you for having me.
Really appreciate it. Okay.
All right.
Okay. Thank you so much. So I am here with...
Haifa, Shakur, Khalid.
Okay. So what does Palestine mean to you?
Palestine means, for me, it's a very beautiful country, and I was named by a Palestinian town.
Oh yeah,
So,
you are.
Yeah.
Haifa is a Palestinian town indeed. Yeah.
So yeah, I think Palestine is a very. I've seen Palestine in social media before, so I think it's very beautiful, and yeah.
Okay. Shakul, why are you here?
Because I support Palestine.
Why do you support Palestine?
Because a lot of kids are dying.
Okay. And you've seen the pictures before? Yeah. And that makes you sad?
Yeah.
Yeah. Khalid, why are you here?
I'm here because for a lot of reasons. Palestine, they are getting murdered. A lot of kids are dying over there. So we want to show our respect to them.
Okay, wonderful. So, do you talk about this a lot at home?
Yes.
Yes. What do your parents tell you, or how are the discussions like at home?
Like to be grateful and to be happy for what you have.
Okay. Good parents you have to be telling you guys that. What is one wish that you have? If there was a Palestinian kid here today, what would you say to that Palestinian kid?
Free Palestine.
What else would you say to that Palestinian kid?
I'm happy for you because you have made it here and not being killed by.
Hey, do you know that the Palestinian team made it to the Asian Cup? Did you see the Asian Cup football? And Singapore didn't, yeah? But there's a story for another day. Right? What will you say to a Palestinian kid?
Like Free Palestine.
Free Palestine? Okay. Okay, so final words, right? So what is one thing you hope you will get today?
More knowledge about Palestine and Gaza, and yeah.
Okay, Shakur?
I wish I will know more about Palestine and Gaza.
Okay. Khalid?
For Netanyahu to stop all of this.
Okay. That's what we hope this event will achieve. I think this event won't achieve that, but hopefully the world puts enough pressure. Thank you very much, boys and girls. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.